Good afternoon, girls and boys. Let me remove my mask so you can hear me. Uh, I am really excited to be here today with you to introduce our other, excuse me, our mother-daughter duo that's going to do a couple of stories for you today. The name, and I have a little background information about these storytellers so that you can associate them with the story, or just know that these people are excited about reading stories and coming to you today. Our first one, the mother, is Alicia Cortez. She is a native norteña who graduated from Robertson High School here in Las Vegas. She holds a dual bachelor's degree in Spanish and Latin American Studies from the University of New Mexico, and a master's degree in human relations with an emphasis in mental health counseling from the University of Oklahoma. She worked with children and families in a professional setting for more than a decade as a mental health counselor and later as a bilingual counselor mediator for the Family Center of the Conciliation Court in Arizona. Alicia is a trained Reiki master teacher, a certified medical support clinical hypnotherapist, and a fellow of the International Board of Hypnotherapy. She is currently in private practice as a medical support clinical hypnotherapist. She shares her life with her husband and their 3 children, with her primary focus being to focus on their children and to care for their youngest daughter, who has a rare genetic disorder called Rett syndrome. Alicia maintains a deep commitment to the growth experience of everyday life, and by combining her skills as a counselor and mediator with the effectiveness of hypnotherapy, she serves others by helping people learn, grow, and heal from the loving space that unites us all. This is Alicia. She's an amazing young woman. Graduated, was a student of mine. Her daughter's name is Amaris Cortez, and she's a 3rd grader with the Albuquerque Public Schools Intensive Support Program. She is a dedicated fan of all things Sesame Street, with Oscar the Grouch being her most recent favorite character. She enjoys school and being with friends. She enjoys playing games like Farkle with her family and loves hanging out with her older brother and sister. She is an excellent swimmer, cherishes horse rides with her horses Haven and Willie, and absolutely loves dance parties. Don't we all? Amaris is a person who loves life and who happens to have a rare genetic disorder called Rett syndrome. Amaris has many special people and wonderful helpers in her life that support her in doing more of the things that she loves to do. Despite being considered nonverbal, Amaris has lots to say and uses her eyes, body language, and eye-gaze communication device to communicate. And you will see Alicia will introduce Amaris and talk a little bit about her device that she uses to communicate with us, and then they will read the stories. And so with that, I'd like to introduce Alicia, the mother, and Amaris, her daughter. And Alicia will introduce the books that they will read today. She will introduce those books to you. And I hope that you'll enjoy her story today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Griego. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you, boys and girls, for joining Amaris and I for today's story time. So, Amaris is my daughter, and she, as you probably already heard, is a 3rd grader. And Amaris and I are going to read 2 stories for you today. The first story is going to be the book Butterfly by Norie Huddle, and the pictures are by Charlene Madland. The second book we'll read is Today I Will Fly, one of Amaris's favorite books of all times, and this is written by Willems. So I want to explain or just share with you, Amaris and I decided that we wanted to share this book reading with you so we could also talk about a little bit about how people are different. And Amaris has what's called Rett syndrome. And she uses her body, yes, she uses her body and her voice, right? She uses her body and her voice in a different way than you and I do. So one of the ways that Amaris uses her voice is with her eye gaze device. It's called a Toby. And by using her eyes, Amaris can say all kinds of things. It's one of the ways she communicates. Do you want to say hi? Yeah. So her Toby is one of the ways that she communicates. Another way that she expresses what she wants to say is by using cards. And so today we're using yes and no cards, but she has lots of different cards that she can use to say more of what she wants to say. Yes, that's right. Another way that Amaris tells us what she wants to say is by using switches, special switches. And so I have programmed these switches so that we can use them when we read the book Today I Will Fly. So one of her switches, which one do you want to show them first? That's right. So this one says fly, 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 fly. And what about the other one? What does the other one say? You like that one. Yeah. She likes
How's it going?
How's it going, everybody? She likes the way what this one says, because this one says
You will not fly.
what? You will not fly. Oh,
You
no.
will not fly.
What? Fly, fly, fly. We like that one better, don't we? I know. I like that one better too. So, yeah, us showing you all the different ways that Amaris communicates is really important because for our first book, Butterfly,
My name is Emily.
that's right. My name is Amaris. Well, I'm glad you introduced yourself. In our first book, this book is about how sometimes there's things in life that happen, things that we experience that may be hard or may seem chaotic, even destructive. But our friend, the caterpillar, uses a lot of those things that some people might see or recognize as bad or ugly or destructive or chaotic to become something really magnificent. And so that's kind of how we see our life and our experience, that sometimes even if it's something we may not understand, because there's a lot of people that don't understand that Amaris communicates differently and maybe uses her body in a different way. But what we do know is that she finds marvelous ways to engage and interact and to be part of our beautiful community. And so we want to share more of that with you, because we know that you have something wonderful to share. And that's the magic of being you. So join us as we read Butterfly. Butterfly, a tiny tale of great transformation. If you kneel down on the ground and look at a caterpillar very carefully, you'd probably think he's a pretty nice furry fellow with a rather boring life. And you would be right. But the caterpillar does have one big surprise for you, which is the story of how he becomes a butterfly. For most of his life, all our caterpillar does is crawl around on leaves and plants, up and down and up, and up and down and down and up, eating and eating, chomp, 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 chomp. Yum, 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 until one day,
My name is Emily.
one day, this caterpillar and eating just isn't enough anymore. It just isn't enough. There's got to be more to life than just chewing up leaves and grass and flowers and crawling around up and down and down and up and down. Boring! So our furry little caterpillar starts to spin long silky threads. Yes, he does. He makes long silky threads, that's right. And he weaves them all around himself, round and round and round and round, until he's completely surrounded by strong silken walls. After our caterpillar has finished weaving his chrysalis, there start to appear in his body cells that have never been there before. What? These new cells are called imaginal cells, and they resonate at a very different frequency. Take a look at those imaginal cells. They are so totally different from the normal caterpillar cells that his immune system thinks they are enemies. And they gobble them up. Chop, chop, chop. Gulp, gulp. But these new imaginal cells continue to appear, more and more and more of them.
My name is Amity.
That's right. More and more and more. That's right.
More.
More and more and more imaginal cells. And pretty soon the caterpillar's immune system cannot destroy them fast enough. More and more of the imaginal cells survive. And then an amazing thing happens. The little tiny lonely imaginal cells start to come and clump together into friendly little groups. And they all resonate together at the same frequency. You like that idea, huh? Do you like the idea of coming together as friends? What do you think about that? You like that? Yeah. They all resonate together at the same frequency, passing information from one to another. Look at them sharing information, coming together in groups as friends, sharing information. That sounds pretty magical to me. Then, after a while, another amazing thing happens. The clumps of imaginal cells start to cluster together. And a long string of clumping and clustering imaginal cells, all resonating at the same frequency, all passing information from one to another, there inside the chrysalis. Look at that. Sharing information from one to another. And a wave of good news travels through the whole system and lurches and heaves, but not yet a butterfly. And then at some point, the entire long string of little tiny imaginal cells suddenly realizes that all together, that it is something different than the caterpillar. Something new. Something wonderful. And in that realization is the shout of birth of a butterfly. Wow. What do you think about that? Is that pretty awesome? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Happy birthday, butterfly. Look at that beautiful picture. Happy birthday, butterfly. Mm-hmm. But there's still more to come. And at this point, the just born butterfly is still inside of the caterpillar's body, at least what's left of it. And the butterfly hasn't yet begun to fly or even to sprout wings. Maybe it's just beginning to sprout the inspiration of growing wings. And it can. And it wants to. That's right. It can grow wings and it wants to grow wings. And all those other wonderful butterfly things. And maybe, just maybe, the butterfly is dreaming dreams of someday flying out across the meadows, sipping from flowers, pollinating fruit trees so that they can bloom and bear fruit for birds and animals and people to eat. And now a truly extraordinary thing happens. Since the butterfly now knows that it can and wants to be a butterfly, the little tiny imaginal cells no longer have to do all those things individual cells must do. Now they are part of a multi-celled organism, a family, who can share the work. And each new butterfly cell can take on a different job. And some cells are drawn to become antennae, like this, or hair. Others decide to become butterfly feet, or human hands. Some cells become part of the butterfly body. Others joyfully become the building blocks for the bright colored spots on the wings. And there is something for everyone to do, and everyone is important. And each cell begins to do just that very thing it is most drawn to do. And every other cell encourages it to do just that. A great way to organize a butterfly.
Yay! Beautiful butterfly.
Isn't that awesome? Oh, and now the butterfly begins to push its way out of the chrysalis and into the world. You like that too. An important secret. Don't help the butterfly at this time. Don't help the butterfly?
Me.
You, yeah, don't help. Because it needs the exercise to grow strong so that it can fly and be the butterfly that it's meant to be. And so now the butterfly begins to unfold its beautiful wings, drying them in the wind and sun, lightly poised for flight. Stirring to its lovely dreams, moving its lovely wings, the beautiful butterfly catches the morning breeze and sails out into the big, beautiful world.
Beautiful story.
Wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? So Amaris and I were wondering, as we read the book, The Butterfly, what is it that you can or want for yourself? What things maybe have you experienced that might be hard or chaotic, that now you can choose to use those things to push and stretch and come together with people that love and care about you to be more of who you're meant to be? A big, beautiful butterfly. Because the world needs Alicias, and the world needs Amarises, and the world needs you. Okay, welcome back. Our second book is Today I Will Fly by Mo Willems. And it's one of Amarise's and my very favorite books.
Rocket.
Are you going to fly on a rocket? You don't even want wings. You just want to go into a rocket. I get you. That sounds like fun. So this one has lots of pictures, and the pictures are very important. Can you guys see those pictures? Yeah? So Piggy tells Elephant, "Today I will fly." She made a decision, didn't she? Piggy says fly, 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 fly. But then what does elephant say? Elephant says,
Piggy and elephant.
what does elephant say? What does elephant tell her? What does elephant tell her? No. Flat out, no. You will not fly today. You will not fly tomorrow. You will not fly next week. No. You will never fly. Piggy says, I will try. Goodbye. That's right. Goodbye. You will not fly. She will not fly. What does Piggy say? Look at Piggy. Oh, this is our favorite part. You tell him. You tell him what Piggy says. What does Piggy say? Mm-hmm. You tell him. You press hard. You go.
No.
No, you don't want to? Piggy says, fly, 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 fly,
Will
fly,
not
fly.
fly.
And she's flapping and flapping and flapping her arms. And she goes on, fly, 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 fly. You need help. Thank you. I do need help. I will get help. Woof, 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 woof. Woof, 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 woof. Ah! Woof, 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 woof. Boing. I did it! I flew! Thank you for your help. You did not fly. I did not fly? You jumped. I jumped? It was a big jump. It was a big jump. Yes, it was a big jump, but you did not fly. I will try again. I will eat lunch. Goodbye. Look at Piggy. She's trying again. Fly, 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 fly. Oof. Oh. Oops. Oof. You need help. I do need help. Will you help me? I will. I will help you. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Look at Piggy. Look at Piggy. You're flying.
Yes.
Yes, you're flying today. Look at her happy little face. And she's hanging upside down. My friend, she can fly. I am not flying. She's not flying. You are not flying? I'm getting help. Thank you for your help. Tomorrow, I will fly. Good luck. So this is a really awesome book. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Amaris and I are wondering exactly what is it that you want or need to fly? Who is it? And in what way will you fly? One of the most special things that I love about Amaris is that every day she finds new ways to fly. And it might not be the way that I expect. It might not be the way that you expect. And it might not be the way anybody in the world expects. But it's her way.
No.
No, it's not, right? It's not the way anybody expects, but it's your way. Yeah. And so we want to remind you that we can all fly. And you'll find your way. Just like every day, we choose to find ours. So, come on, join us. Fly. And we wish you good luck.